and welcome to this very special edition of the Newshour Agenda that we are bringing to you from the Marine Drive here in Mumbai. The story, however, which has ramifications in Maharashtra today that we are going to be debating on top of the show has initially started from Karnataka, where they say there is a proposal before the Karnataka government to provide 4% reservation in government contracts to Muslims. Now, this, of course, is on the basis of a letter that was allegedly written by top legislators, including senior Congress leaders in the state, to the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister then has reportedly given directions to look into this entire matter. This matter has, of course, sparked off a huge controversy in the state of Karnataka.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಸ್ತಾವನೆನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾವು ಹಿಂದೆ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಾರ ಇತ್ತು. ಈಗ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಯಾವ ಮೈನಾರಿಟೀಸ್ಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಮುಸ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆರಡನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅಥಾರಿಟಿ ಎಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು. ಯಾವುದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಎಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸೋಲ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ.
First, the government needs to decide whether we need to, will we give reservation to this particular, demand from the Muslim community. As far as our government is concerned, no decision has been made. Any decision which we make will be according to the law.
And although the Chief Minister's office has officially denied these reports, there is a draft of what's called the Transparency in Public Procurements Amendment Bill 2024 that has been going viral. And Section 6 of this draft talks about 4% of the tenders going towards the Section 2B in the backward class category, which refers to Muslims in Karnataka. While we can't vouch for the authenticity of this document, it has been talked about hugely in the political and social media space, particularly with the BJP taking this opportunity to slam the Congress for what they are calling minority appeasement.
भारत के अंदर पाकिस्तान बनने का हम मौका नहीं देंगे. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन मानेगा भी नहीं. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कोई मत और धर्म को रिजर्वेशन देना मना किया है. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डिबेट एक बार परिशीलन करो, मालूम होगा. आप धर्म और मत के वजह से रिजर्वेशन दे नहीं सकता.
Yet another proof of the vote bank politics and how vote bank first is the agenda of the Congress party. Now it seems that this is the agenda of the Karnataka Congress government too. In civil construction work, contracts will be given preferentially to Muslims. Is this Samvidhanik? Is this as per the constitution? Can you do such religious profiling in giving contracts, even that for civil construction work?
Home Minister Amit Shah too attacked the Congress while addressing a rally in Jharkhand. He accused the Congress of trying to snatch away the reservation benefits given to SCs, STs and OBCs.
एक कांग्रेस पार्टी आरक्षण विरोधी पार्टी, देश के पिछड़ों का आरक्षण, देश के दलितों का आरक्षण समाप्त कर वो माइनॉरिटी को, मुसलमानों को आरक्षण देना चाहती. आप मुझे बताओ, आप मुस्लिम आरक्षण के लिए सहमत हो क्या? अरे जोर से बोलो, सहमत हो क्या? आप चिंता मत करो, भाजपा का एक भी विधायक है तब तक मुसलमानों को आरक्षण हम नहीं मिलने देंगे. नहीं.
And there's breaking update coming in that this is what government sources are indicating, that this is on the basis of a request that was made on the 24th of August by a group of Muslim leaders through an official letter requesting 4% reservation for Muslims. Amongst the signatories are believed to be Nasir Ahmed, Political Secretary of CM, Minister Zamir Ahmed Khan, Minister Rahim Khan, MLA Tanveer Said, Chief Whip of Legislative Council Salim Ahmed, and several other leaders including N.A. Harris, Rizwan Arshad. Let's quickly take this across to Deepak. Deepak, what's the authenticity of this particular document in the first place, and what are your sources telling you? Does the current bypolls have anything to do with the denial coming in officially? Is this something that's likely to materialize anytime in the near future? Because for the moment, we're seeing a denial coming in from the Chief Minister's office. Deepak.
Yes, very interesting how this story is unfolding, Madhav. Here on the Newshour, of course, we are putting out some exclusive details that we've just managed to access from top sources. And like you, of course, pointed out, this letter officially was written by multiple Congress leaders. You pointed out few of those names yourself. This was on the 24/8/2024. And here, through this letter, they've requested that 4% reservation should be given to Muslim contractors when awarding of tenders. Now, interestingly here, more information that I'm picking up suggests that in the month of October, the Chief Minister, based on this letter that was written, has directed the Finance Department to make changes in the KTPP Act. This is in the Section 6, where, through this Section 6, they wanted to insert the 4% reservation to the Muslims who fall under the 2B category. Now, the question that comes up is, if there were so many movements that were actually happening, then how can the government today say that it was just a request and there was no proposal before them? Yes, as of now, what we can confirm to our viewers, there is no decision that has been taken from the government about this. But there has been, several rounds of discussions that have already been held about this, and the matter has also been told to be considered as well by the Finance Department, is the information that we are picking up at this point in time. So now the question is, why has this entire denial that the proposal does not exist, has that come in because there are bipoles in the state of Karnataka? And also, is it because you have national leaders picking up issues that are happening here in Karnataka during their campaigns in other poll-bound states as well? These are questions that definitely arise.
Thank you so much, Deepak, for joining us with that breaking update. Let's now quickly open this up for debate.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's take this across to our guest now. Joining us live is Pradeep Bhandari, national spokesperson of the BJP. Karan Verma, political analyst, is with us. With us also is Tehseen Poonawalla, political analyst. Joining us on the show is Tariq Khan, national spokesperson of Samajwadi Party. But my first question is to Syed Asad Abbas. Syed Asad Abbas, there is information of a letter being written by top Congress leaders to the Chief Minister demanding this 4% reservation. There is also information of the Chief Minister referring this matter to the Finance Ministry in the month of October. If there are such specific details of what is happening, why is there a denial coming out from the Chief Minister's office in the first place is a question that comes to mind. Syed Asad Abbas.
Madhav Sahab, let us look at this. Very importantly, the Chief Minister office is the highest of rank. Their word holds sacrosanct. There could be possibility of letters coming in, there could be possibility of proposals, but what does the Chief Minister's office say? They have categorically denied of the same. As a matter of fact, officially, if you look at the report, Karnataka currently provides a reservation of 43% in government contracts, 24% for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe contractors, 4% for category 1 OBCs and 15% for category 2A OBCs. Absolutely no mention of 2B category of the Muslims. The fact of the matter, the Bharatiya Janata Party needs to look at themselves. They blame, BJP here in Karnataka is blaming Congress for Muslim appeasement. I'd like to ask my dear friend Pradeep Bhandari Sahab that what appeasement is it are you doing in the state of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Assam and Manipur, where your governments are providing Muslim reservation jobs in the government officially? Not just that, Yogi Adityanath Ji has raised the salaries of Maulvis in the madrasa. Isn't this Muslim appeasement? Time and again, you scream at Congress leaders in Karnataka about Muslim appeasement. What appeasement are you doing, sir? Now let me give you quickly numbers. In Gujarat, for the last 25 years, Muslim castes are getting
I never thought I would come to the day when I would see you complain about BJP engaging in Muslim appeasement, but since that is the question you're putting to Pradeep Bhandari, I would like to ask Mr. Bhandari to respond to that. Mr. Bhandari, you're being accused of engaging, your governments in Uttar Pradesh and other states are being accused of Muslim appeasement by way of providing reservations to Muslims. Please respond first and foremost to this query of Syed Asad Abbas and also his response to how the Chief Minister's office has denied all the same. So there's no basis of the story is his claim. Please respond to these 2 points, Pradeep.
Well, what Mr. Abbas is saying, even his party would not believe on what he's saying, so it's a blatant lie. Let me go on to the principle of it and the intent of the Congress party, and that intent is not limited to Karnataka, Madhav. That intent is across the states if you see. In Maharashtra, the Congress party gets a letter from the ulemas where the ulemas say that you will allow, if the Congress party comes to power, a religious-based reservation of 10 to 12% will be provided to the Muslim community in government jobs. Absolutely unconstitutional, illegal, but the Congress party, Mr. Nana Patole, gives an affirmative yes. It's just not enough. The Congress party gives an affirmative yes to reservations in police forces and preference to the Muslim community in police forces. That's again blatantly unconstitutional, blatantly communal. That is how Islamic republics behave, but the Congress party for their Muslim vote even agrees to say yes to that. So in Karnataka, what is the intent of the Congress government? The intent of the Congress government is what has been seen from the letter. They want to give preference to the Muslim community in government jobs. Now this is Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar's constitution. Please tell me one letter of the Constitution of India which says that you can give religious-based preferences to individuals. It is anti-constitutional. Now allow me to say and reiterate what the Constituent Assembly had said, because the Congress party right now is practicing what is absolutely unconstitutional. In the R.C. Podar versus Union of India 1994 case, the Supreme Court, and I quote the Supreme Court, it said, any reservation based on religious is anathema to the Constitution. It is wholly unconstitutional. So we are calling out the unconstitutional practice of the Congress party, but the larger worry is that the Congress party is behaving like the modern Muslim League, because its manifesto reflects what the Muslim League and Jinnah used to do. In Kerala, the Congress party takes support of Jamaat-e-Islami, which is again a blatantly communal organization. So it is just not to do with Karnataka, Madhav. Their intent is common, whether it is Karnataka, Maharashtra. That is why even in Jharkhand, as I speak today, all the NGOs are writing letters to the Muslims to only and only vote the Congress party. Congress party today is not a party of all. It is only the party of the Muslim community, that too only of the radical fundamentalists.
All right, I think, there are several points put forth, Tehseen. I'd like you to respond to each of them, because he says it's not just about Karnataka, it is also about Kerala, it is about Maharashtra, where in fact reservation has been promised over there, and even of course in Kerala where Jamaat-e-Islami has been supporting the Congress candidate in Wayanad by poll, that is of course Priyanka Gandhi, and also of course now referring to Jharkhand. So in state after state, the allegation of BJP is that here is a Congress party that is using Muslims as a vote bank and thereby appeasing them. That's the charge that BJP has always made, but once again they're using these facts to buttress their claim. That's it.
Thank you, Madhav. Thank you for having me on the show. The viewers of Times Now, particularly if your shows are very intelligent viewers. So let me put out facts from the PIB document. These are reservations to Muslims in the great state of Gujarat, done by the great Chief Minister of Gujarat, Sri Narendra Modi ji. Bafan, only Muslims. Dafar, only Muslims. Fakir, only Muslims. Gadai, Muslims. Galeria, Muslims. Hingoria, Muslims. In fact, Matwa Muslims, Matwa Qureshi Muslims, Mir Muslims, David Muslims, Dangvi Muslims, Mirsai, all Muslims, Mia Muslims, Miana Muslims, Pinjara Muslims, Jamadar Muslims, etc., 52. Only Muslims, no Hindu. In Gujarat by Sri Narendra Modi ji's reservations. Modi ji is also Muslim appeasing now. Let's come to the issue at hand that we're talking about. Isn't it surprising, Madhav, for the last 1 week, we only think with Maharashtra elections and Jharkhand we're discussing Hindu-Muslim, Hindu-Muslim, because jab BJP darti hai, Muslimano ko aage karti hai. Now, you're in my city of Mumbai. Next prediction. They're going to get in Dawood Ibrahim in Pakistan because they have nothing to talk about Maharashtra, so we're doing Hindu-Muslim. Fact of the matter, from Yasin Malik's wife who writes a letter which reaches BJP spokesperson to these draft proposals, everything reaches a BJP spokesperson. The Chief Minister has said clearly there is no proposal before him. Now, somebody comes, goes to ministers as per default, they have some discussion, ministers forward it to the Finance Secretary, to the Law Secretary. They will examine if it's within the law or no. As for the statement of Nana Patole, I was with Nana Patole when he made that statement. What did Nana say? And you have Times Now can play the bite. Nana said there are lots of demands made by the Ulema Council. We'll see what fits within the law. Isn't that what any sensible, rational person would say? That is exactly what Nana said. Anyone can give any demands. What has the Chief Minister said?
I differ with you over there. Supriya Sule too has said that we will bring in Muslim reservations. She has said as much to our reporter Arun. She has also said that Uddhav Thackeray has agreed to the same. It is not only Mr. Nana Patole, but there is alliance partners of the Congress party here in Maharashtra who are also promising Muslim reservations, something that the BJP says courts have not allowed and struck down as being unconstitutional, as it has happened in the case of Andhra.
Could be that Supriya said it. I don't know, but if she said this to you, is correct. She is not the Congress. Uddhav Thackeray ji is not the Congress. If they said it,
let me ask my producers and request them to try and fish out that bite. In the meanwhile, please reply. Yeah.
Yes, I will end this for the viewers in 1 second. All Muslim viewers watching Times Now, reservation cannot happen on the basis of religion. Please, the Congress is promising no such thing. What the Congress will give is upliftment, what the BJP is taking away your rights. Please know that. No, nothing can happen on the basis of religion. How can it happen, Madhav? You know it and I know it, Tariq knows that it can't happen.
All right, Tehseen, may I ask you one question? Tehseen, may I ask you one question? Can you give us a assurance today on the show that this is a proposal that will not be implemented in future by Karnataka government? Because you are going by the CMO's denial, and therefore I'm asking you, can you say that in Karnataka this scheme is 101% not going to be implemented? Can you assure our viewers today?
How will you see a contractor's religion? What you have to see in a contractor is his capability. How can you see the religion? Will the court stand it? Can it be sure? If the chief minister has categorically denied it, it's not there. How can it happen? What cannot happen? जो बच्चा पैदा नहीं हुआ वो कहाँ पे डिग्री उसकी पार्टी होगी बीजेपी
The chief minister said that there is a recommendation but not a proposal. The words are very clear. There is no categorical denial. Let's be very clear. They have said that there is no formal proposal. There is some recommendation.
True, and anyone can send any proposal. There can be any recommendations. Ultimately, the bureaucrats, the finance secretary, law secretary, and the chief secretary have to see whether it fits in the constitution. Only then can the cabinet pass it and the assembly pass it. It cannot happen like that. So it's not possible.
Okay, Karan Verma, is it a categorical denial? Is it a categorical denial, Karan?
No. So, first of all, Madhav, to Tehseen's surprise, let me tell him that in the 2024 manifesto, the Congress Lok Sabha manifesto, they have talked about it very categorically, and I'm telling you which point. Point number 6, amongst the minorities, the religious and linguistic minorities, point number 6, they've clearly mentioned, we will encourage the minorities, especially in public employment, public works and contracts. So they've already said this. I mean, what are you in denial of? And you know, Madhav, let's be very clear. The government that we have in Karnataka, Congress might be in power, but the governance arm is actually PFI. Every single of the proposals of the PFI, Popular Front of India, has been promulgated by the Congress party. They came in power, they rescinded the hijab order. They took away the anti-conversion law right away. Blanket reservation to Muslims. Can you imagine all 80 lakh Muslims included in the OBC? So this has never happened. Tehseen mentioned about the classes that are given reservation amongst the Muslims in Gujarat. Fine, that only buttresses the point that BJP doesn't discriminate between Hindu and Muslim. But giving a blanket reservation to all 80 lakh, bringing them in the OBC quota, isn't that appeasement? So, you know, the truth is, Madhav, right from the word go, I mean, Mr. Siddaramaiah has been on record saying in Hubli, मेरा अगर बस चलेगा मैं 10,000 करोड़ का minority fund दूंगा. कुछ भी नहीं छोड़ा इन लोगों ने. They are out and out to appease minorities. And why did the ulemas write them a letter? Because they know they have a true friend in the Mahavikas Aghadi. In fact, it's not even Mahavikas Aghadi. It is Muslim Vikas Aghadi. They know that for sure. Every single agenda of theirs is going to be promulgated. And why are we even debating this when they have mentioned it in their manifesto, Congress? Why did they have to bring up minorities in public procurement and contracts? Because they do sense an opportunity here. And that's why this proposal has come.
You want to respond to that, Tehseen?
The 4% Muslim reservation within the OBC quota in Karnataka has been there since 1995. You know it, I know it, Karan knows it. Since then, there have been multiple BJP governments. They decided not to scrap it until 1 month before the current election, where Amit Shah ji decided to scrap it and the courts upheld it. The courts actually stated they have to withdraw it. That's point number 1. Point number 2, is it given on backwardness, not on religion? Nobody can do it. Now, ulemas are writing letters. Let's assume Congress is hand in glove with the Muslim minority or the Muslim population. So they will ask the ulemas to write a letter, a copy of which is nobody, gets leaked out to the media, so that the Congress gets defeated in the elections.
I'm told that Supriya Sule's bite is in. Tehseen, 1 second. I just want to quickly play out. 1 second. I'm sorry I'm interrupting you. Let's quickly play out Supriya Sule's bite, which will set the record straight on what really we have been told by a very senior leader of the MVA here in Maharashtra. Let's listen in.
Dhangar, Maratha, Muslim, Lingayat and VJNT, Bhatke Vimukta Samaj should be given reservation. I have said it for the last 10 years in Parliament. It's nothing new.
Uddhav Thackeray has also agreed with this?
Everybody has agreed. It's a line we've all taken. Why would you single out anybody?
All right, Tehseen, you heard it there.
Yes.
Tehseen, you heard
So
it there about what really is being stated by Supriya Sule about reservations being given.
Once again, it is the same within the OBC category as Karan said in Gujarat, as in Karnataka, where the BJP is given. That is in like, ye kaise BJP kare to chamatkar ko aur ke banega. She's spoken about various other castes which are economically backward, which
No,
is why
that is the point. No, Tehseen, he qualified it. Let's be fair to Karan. He said that, you know, the difference is that certain categories may have been provided, not to all Muslims. That is the point he is making. That this is where he is saying there is appeasement.
No, it has to be based on certain criteria that will have to be kept before the court. It cannot be blanket. Even in Karnataka, it's been challenged in court. It cannot be blanket. Whoever is backward on the basis of backwardness is the only basis.
There was a Chinnappa Reddy commission there. There was a Chinnappa Reddy commission there. There are multiple commissions there. But let me bring in, in fact, Mohammad Tariq Khan. Mohammad Tariq Khan, the question over here by both the BJP, both Karan Verma, what all of them are saying is essentially this, that whether it's Maharashtra, whether it is Karnataka, whether it is Kerala, or whether it is now Jharkhand, there is a similar template of appeasement. And in fact, they are saying that while all of this is happening in the peak of election season, they are just saying that this shows how politically important this category of voters are. Do you agree with that statement coming in from the BJP side?
Let me define what is minority first of all. Okay, Justice UU Lalit in 2022 said that who is minority? Every person in the country can be a minority. I can be a minority outside my state. Maharashtra, similarly, a Kannada speaking person may be a minority in the state other than Karnataka. This is Justice UU Lalit in 2022. This is the definition of minority, and minority is subject to state. Every person on the basis of their linguistic identity, they can be minorities. So, if anybody is saying anything about minorities, it's not about Muslim. It has been decided in article, and reservation has been done through Article 15.4 and 16.4. Okay, and specifically said that a class, if a class is backward, states can make provision to uplift that. Now answer my question: how you have been providing reservation in Andhra to Muslims? What is the procedure? You just spoke about reports. What Supreme Court says in 100 times that reservation should be based on reports. In Karnataka, Hannor report in 74. Then Chennappa Swamy report in 1994 said that these Muslim communities are backward. Chinnappa Reddy Commission said. So, if a reservation being provided based on the report or based on that state backward class commission, that report says that that particular class of the society, not on the basis of religion. It has been mentioned in Article 15.4 and 16.4 that that class is backward. Based on that report, you can provide reservation just like it has been provided in Andhra Pradesh.
Mr. Tariq Khan.
By BJP government. In Andhra
Mr.
Pradesh,
Tariq Khan, you are absolutely right. That is subjective state to state. One second, Mr. Tariq Khan, I'm on your point only. You have raised a point that this can be provided state to state. May I ask you then, why the Hindus in Jammu and Kashmir were not provided minority status?
Whose government is there? Who is in power 10 years? Anybody stopping you to do all types of provision? As Samajwadi Party said,
which was in power for 10 years, not do that, sir. I'm asking a pointed question. Samajwadi Party has been part of the central government in many governments. Why was it not the case? And it has supported the central government on many occasions.
That's why we are not in power. You are in power to do all these things. What are you doing since last 10 years? You're sleeping or roaming around the world. What are you doing? You have to do these things to the people of Kashmir. What you are doing? Why you are asking me? You take the theka of all the Hindus that will carry you. So why you are not carrying this? Bring that, fulfill that thekadari.
Sir,
you have all the
theka. Never been in power.
ठेकेदारी अपनी ठेकेदारी तो पूरी करो. हिंदुओं का ठेका ले रखा है इन लोगों ने, उसको तो पूरा करते. हिंदू
प्रदीप भंडारी. Okay. Pradeep Bhandari, please respond to what is being stated by Mohammad Tariq Khan. He says, leave us aside. You are in power. Why have you not implemented it? And the other point he makes is that it's on the basis of reports such as Chinnappa Reddy Commission report. Please respond to both those points.
Allow me. My friend in the Samajwadi Party, by calling terms like Theka Hindu ka liya hai, he has reflected his hatred that he has for the Hindu community. That is why his leader Akhilesh Yadav, who goes to every iftar, has still not visited Prabhu Sri Ram's Ayodhya Ram Mandir. So I understand his monologue was coming with a lot of hatred, but let me just come to pure facts. Fact number one, the Supreme Court stated position on religious-based reservation in government jobs and in police forces and in any is the following. R.C. Bodal versus Union of India in 1994, the Supreme Court has said that any religious-based reservation in government jobs or in matters of appointment is unconstitutional. So what the Congress party is proposing is that in the police force and tomorrow logically also in the army, they will have religious-based criteria for appointment. That is something which only happens in Islamic Republic. We are not talking about certain castes of the Muslim community who have got reservation since the 1970s getting additional reservation. We're not talking about that. My friend Tehseen also misguided you by telling that the Bharatiya Janata Party government gave. The Bharatiya Janata Party did not get any additional caste of the Muslim community in reservation criteria in the education institution. In Gujarat, you do not have Muslim-based reservation in police forces. The Congress party is exactly proposing that in Maharashtra. That is what the ulemas have written. Tehseen, my friend, also lied on Nana Patole's statement, and I quote Nana Patole. He did not say that we will do vichar. Nana Patole said that we will implement the demands after the formation of the India Alliance, which also is categorically agreed by Supriya Sule in the statement. So when the Mahavinash Aghadi's government will be formed, they will get police, they will have Muslim reservation in the police force. This is unconstitutional. This happens in Islamic Republic. That is my limited point. It is not about educational institutions. Point number one. Point number two, again Tariq is lying. The majority minority definition, if you look at this in based of what the government or what the constitution speak about, is not limited to one state or the other state. Right now the status quo of the constitution of India is that if the Muslims are in minority, then they will stay as minority irrespective of any state. If somebody is a linguistic minority, that is different. So there are two minorities. One is a linguistic minority and a religious minority. Religious minority does not change from state to state. That's the position of the Supreme Court. So let us keep that law in mind. My point is simple, Madhav. Point number one, does the Constitution of India in a secular constitutional republic allows religious-based reservation only for the Muslim community in police force? The answer is big no. This happens in Pakistan, where the Islamic faith is the constitution, not a constitution of India, not the constitution which is secular democratic. The Congress party is proposing that, and in the past, if you recall and remember, when the UPA was in power, Manmohan Singh had said the statement that the first right to resources belong to the Muslim community. So this having one community does not have the first right to resources. The Constitution of India, which speaks about the preamble, we the people of India, everybody is equal under Article 14. So that is my limited charge. They are behaving like the modern Muslim League. In fact, Jinnah would lose in the competition of Muslim appeasement to Rahul Gandhi today if he was alive.
All right, respond to that, Mohammad Tariq Khan. You're mixing up religious minority with linguistic minorities to confuse the entire debate. One is allowed as per the constitution, the other has no reservation in place. It's on the basis of backwardness, perhaps in certain states that may be, but there is no blanket reservation on the basis of religion that can be allowed. The Supreme Court has struck it down in the past. Respond to Pradeep Bhandari.
If I state is providing reservation on the basis of religion, that means that state is Islamic State. So BJP is running an Islamic State that is in Andhra Pradesh. What you have done? What you have done to revoke that reservation of 4% in Muslim?
How?
What you have done? You have done nothing. How? That means you have running the government in Andhra Pradesh, and Ravinder Kumar, the higher minister in Andhra Pradesh, said that we'll do nothing with that 4% reservation. That is according to you. It is the same type of reservation which is in Karnataka, same type of reservation in Karnataka, in Tamil Nadu and in Andhra Pradesh. So you are in support of that state, that Chandrababu Naidu government who is giving 4% reservation, and that should be called as a Islamic state according to Bharatiya Janata Party. This is not my claim. This is Bharatiya Janata Party claim. Point number one. Point number two. Demands can be raised anywhere like anything. Likewise, in Prayagraj, a demand is raised that Muslims should not be allowed in that premises of the Mela of Mahakumbh. This is a demand. So the government has to decide whether it's under the constitutional framework or not. Same demand has been raised in Karnataka as well. So, and in Maharashtra as well, demands could be raised. But Ultimately, it's the decision of those government to provide this type of thing under the constitution or not. Simple as such. So please don't try to confuse and don't do appeasement politics in India.
Okay, I want Pradeep to quickly respond to that. Go across to other panelists then. Pradeep.
The king of appeasement, Samajwadi Party, should not talk about appeasement politics. The Samajwadi Party is the king of appeasement politics who had shot the car sevaks. Let me just quote on Andhra Pradesh because he's misguiding. I quote Chandrababu Naidu, who says that let me assure you that not a single quota of the Dalit, Adivasis and the OBCs will be given to the Muslim community. I am talking very specific, Madhav. Does Andhra Pradesh give religious-based reservation to Muslims in police forces? The answer is big no. The Mahavinash Agadi is practicing in saying that men in uniform will have religious-based reservation. This is what happens in Pakistan, and Nana Patole has said yes to it. That is my charge. This is as big as it can get. It is not about somebody having some amount of caste in educational institution and that reservation continuing. It is about taking away the reservation of the STs and OBCs and giving additional reservation to the Muslim community, and also preference in government contract and also preference in men in uniform. That is huge. This is against Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar's constitution. That is why Baba Sahib Bhimrao Ambedkar called Nehru in 1951 October a Muslim maniac. The Congress is practicing this. I am telling you, Jinnah would also shy away and be a second fiddle in the amount of Muslim appeasement that Tariq Khan and the India Alliance and Congress is doing today and Rahul Gandhi is doing.
All right, and in fact, Syed Asad Abbas, before we wrap up this debate, of course, while Pradeep Bhandari, the BJP spokesperson, is calling Congress a party that would put Jinnah to shame, the question is this. I want to ask you the same question I asked Tehseen a short while earlier. Can you categorically say on national television that this scheme will not be implemented in coming months? Because we are also talking on a day before the votes in a very crucial by-poll have to be cast.
Madhav, do I look like Siddaramaiah to you that you're asking me this question? Or am I a Congress minister? No, Madhav, wrong question to the wrong person.
You're not convinced by the categorical denial of the CMO. You're not convinced by the allegedly categorical denial of the CMO.
I will answer you. You're asking the wrong question to the wrong person. Please ask the Chief Minister. Chief Minister's office has denied. What else do you want, Madhav? The question to be asked to Pradeep Bhandari is, UP mein, Sarji suniye, Gujarat for the last 25 years, you are giving Muslim castes reservation in government jobs, sir. Are you even aware? Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, 20 years you're giving Muslim caste reservation in jobs.
Are there reservation in contracts? Abbas, are there reservation in contracts? Are there reservation in contracts? 1 second.
Yeah. Let me answer that.
Okay, let me take that question across to Karan Verma. Karan Verma, can there be double standards? Can there be reservations allowed in Andhra? 1 second. Can there be reservations allowed in Andhra if BJP is part of that coalition government there? Is the position of the BJP then tenable if the same thing is being granted in states where the BJP, where its alliance partner, the TDP, are in power? That's the question coming in from Mr. Abbas. Please respond to that. Karan Verma.
No, it's a very valid question, and I don't stand with the TDP's decision of having 4% reservation there at the very outset. And secondly, there is a distinction between what is happening in Gujarat. Certain castes who happens, classes rather, not even castes, classes who happen to be Muslim, if they are socially and educationally backward, of course affirmative action will be given. But a blanket inclusion of everyone, that is where appeasement steps in, and that is the distinction both Tariq Khan and my good friend Abbas are not making here. And thirdly, Madhav, it is very clear, Congress has promised, I reiterate, in its manifesto, point number 6 of religious and linguistic minorities, we will encourage and promote minorities in public orders and procurement. Isse zyada saaf kya ho sakta hai bhai? I am 200% sure that this has to happen. Siddaramaiah will make sure this comes to fruition in the coming days.
Okay, Tehseen, quick response.
Madhav, I have WhatsApped you the PTI report, the Times of India report, and various other reports. Nana Patole categorically denying Amit Shah Ji's claim of reservation quota. You may please check your WhatsApp, PTI. Everyone's carried it. Nana Patole is categorical, but the BJP spokesperson, my friend Pradeep Bhandari, comes up and says, "Oh, Nana Patole said we will try." It's a categorical denial. PTI is carrying it, and everyone's taken forward. Point number 2. Yes, in the Congress manifesto, we said we will encourage people to come forward. Right. That is different from giving people reservation. It's a simple English, simple Hindi, simple Marathi, simple Kannada. Please understand it, sir.
All right, we'll have to leave it there for the moment. I'd like to thank all our panelists for joining us. Tehseen Poonawalla, Mohammad Tariq Khan, Syed Asad Abbas, Karan Verma, Pradeep Bhandari. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining us on this debate. Just about a week of the campaign in Maharashtra is left, but the campaign only seems to be hotting up by the day. Keep joining us through the course of this week as we will bring you special updates, interviews and ground reports to assess the mood of what's happening in this Maharashtra election. Stay tuned.